Let me tell you something that will save you months of frustration. Power BI is not hard, but a lot of people learn it the wrong way. Even now, with AI everywhere, it has gotten worse because people are failing to learn the basics. And knowing the basics will save you a lot of stress and frustration. Knowing what the system can do, knowing what you cannot do, knowing what you should do, or what best practices are in Power BI is going to help you and give you an edge over someone who just picks up Power BI only with the help of AI tool. So before we build anything at all, before your dashboard, before your DAX, before your modeling, or anything that would give you an headache while working with Power BI, let's talk about what Power BI actually does. So most people think that Power BI is just a visualization tool where you drag and drop your values, you see the numbers, and that is it. That is not incorrect, but that is not the complete truth. So Power BI doesn't create its own truths like every other data tool doesn't. They evaluate based on the rules you have set. And when your rules are wrong, definitely your results would be wrong. So you can think of Power BI as 3-in-1 tool where you can create your data model, apply some logic, and then present your data. So that's the presentation part is your visualization, reporting, or dashboarding. Your data modeling is a big part of your Power BI reporting, and then your logic, where that is where your DAX comes in. So focusing only on your presentation part would not help you as a Power BI developer or as a data analyst, depending on what your role is. Now, let's bring AI into the picture. AI can write your DAX. AI can give you suggestions on what visuals to use or the layout of your dashboard. AI can even help you with your data modeling questions. But the correctness of all of these tasks that AI can do for you depend on how you ask it and what level of knowledge or information that AI agent or assistant has about your data, about your organizational context, and your model. So in this series, we will be learning Power BI from beginner level to senior level, from getting your data, how to look at your models, and how to ask your questions to AI. Now let's get into the computer, let's bring in our data, and I will explain these 3 parts of Power BI to you in simple terms while showing you. So this is our Power BI desktop. Once you open your Power BI, it brings you here. Then you can get data. There are different ways to get data. As you can see, you can get data from here. You can get data from here, or you can also select any of this to get your data if your source is from any of this. Power BI has a number of places where you can get data from, and it keeps improving with updates. So right now we have so many, I don't even know the current number, but I know that there are so many of them, and then it is subdivided further into this so that it is easy to spot which one you are getting from. So you can get from file, from database, from Fabric, Power Platform, Azure Online, and then other. So our own data source is a CSV file. Let's bring that in. So I have my tables here. I have fact sales and customer, then product, and then dim channel. So I'm going to pick each of these and bring all of them in. So once your data is loaded this way, you can either decide to load it or to transform the data. Let's go to transform data so that we can see what it looks like in Power Query. So we have our table here, and this is what we call Power Query. I will bring in the other ones quickly. So I have dim customer. And as you see here, there's no option for load or transform because this is the place where you transform. So you can only load into your Power Query. Now I click OK. And my data is here. So I'll bring in the other two. So I have all my tables here now. And as you can see, this table has not promoted the header. The header has been seen as part of the data, and I will be promoting it to header. So I'll say use first row as header. Now my table is showing correctly. I won't be doing a lot with this data. This data is already okay, but I will be creating another series to explain Power Query to you, all the different transformations you can do in Power Query and the best practices for using Power Query. So now I have loaded all my tables. Since our emphasis is not on transformation, I'm just going to load them now. So I'll do close and apply. Okay, now our tables has finished loading. Now, let me explain the parts of Power BI that I told you earlier to you again. I said you can think of Power BI as containing three parts: the data model, the logic, and the presentation. So for your data modeling, you do it on this part of Power BI. Then you create your logic using DAX. You can right click on any table and create DAX measure or DAX column. I would explain those properly in our next video. And then the presentation, you have this canvas here for your presentation, and you can create your presentation or your visuals or your reports on different pages in Power BI. We'll be dealing with all of that in Power BI. I hope with this video you've been able to know what Power BI does exactly, why visuals are the least important part, because your visuals will definitely produce the right number when the other two parts are good. When your models are good and when your logic, your DAX is good, then your visual will produce the right numbers. And also, I hope you have learned that AI can actually mislead beginner in analytics. So you need to know these basics to be able to judge between what is right and what is wrong. In our next video, we'll be creating our very first report, and we'll be creating some DAX as well. I will create the reports, then show you how I have done it so that we don't spend so much time in explaining. If this is the first time you are seeing this channel, you are welcome. And if you're a returning viewer, thank you for coming back. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, kindly hit on the subscribe button and click on the notification bell so that whenever I upload a new video, you'll be notified and then you can learn along. I will see you in the next video.